hot wings, hot topics, and real estate. Host Ryan Spellerberg keeps it real with agents, investors, and insiders every month. No fluff, just good convo exploring the trends, challenges, and questions shaping today's market. Now, here's your host with over 20 years of lending experience, Ryan Spellerberg.
They're on fire. Ryan Spellerberg, mortgage guy with Central Bank here doing hot topics in real estate. So we get to bring in awesome professionals in the real estate industry, and we just get to talk about them and the market and see what's going on. We are honored today by bringing in Amy Stockberger, the top real estate agent in the state for, 40 years. How long now?
I think it's like 67
Yeah.
years now, since 2017.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Keep crushing. And we are sponsored by Atomic Wings, and what we're going to do is just have a conversation, and they're covering it, and what we're going to do is we're just going to get hotter and hotter and hotter on the wings. Start out pretty easy. Just have some fun.
Okay.
Sound like a plan?
I love it.
Okay, so let's dig into the first wing before we get questions going. So this is just, this one is high chili. Super easy.
Okay. Bye, chili. Here we
No
go.
heat to it. Get after it.
White was a good idea today.
Mm-hmm. Yep, for sure.
Not bad.
See, very easy.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet taste to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, Amy. So some people might not know you grew up in real estate. Like, what are you trying to do different with Logan, her son, who is in real estate as well, than what you saw when you grew up?
Oh, okay. So I got into the business straight out of college. And actually, fun story, didn't actually even graduate. 5 years. Went 5 years.
So you're a doctor.
Psych
No.
major, Spanish minor, no hablo, any español. Walked for graduation, had a health issue, didn't ever go back, got into real estate, fell in love with it, didn't feel the need. But what I went to do is go work for my dad, who was a broker at Coldwell Banker, owner at the time. And he had a really beautiful anti-nepotism rule, which was probably one of the best things that I could have ever had happen to me. I got put in a back room, a $24,000 annual pay. Said,
Baller.
sink or
Baller.
swim, lady, and figure it out. Like, he helped a little bit, but he did the right things. He made me work for it. And so fell in love with it and fell in love with the hard work of it and the serving part of it. And so we've established a little bit of that with Logan, but Logan's a little bit different. He went to his first closing when he was 2 weeks old. He's done more open houses than most real estate agents, because back when I was in the business, we were broke as a joke when we first started out. So that boy had to go with us.
Yep.
So he was everywhere. So he's kind of just by osmosis learned it all. Baseball kid stuck in the car with us, listening to us negotiate, both Adam and I.
I think, is he 21 now? 20?
21.
So if you meet Logan Stockberger, he has the knowledge of a 50-year veteran in real estate. So it comes across every day when you talk to him.
Yeah. I call him on some my contract questions. I'm like, hey, am I thinking about this right? Like, just to think just some things, because he's just a good confidant, because he's heard it his whole life.
Yeah.
He had no other choice. Poor kid. Poor kid.
Hard to turn off sometimes.
It is. Windshield time. Parents, put that into perspective. Windshield time. Kids learn stuff.
Yeah. You ready to get after number 2?
Okay, what is number 2?
Number 2 is, I think it's just Buffalo.
Buffalo?
Nice and easy. Like I said,
Okay.
not much heat until the last couple.
Okay.
And you said you were just on another podcast?
Mm-hmm. Rick Jansen, a luxury agent out of Denver, his podcast on using AI. So my systems are my superpower. And I tell our agents across the nation, your goal every day should be finding the biggest hole in your business you can fix the fastest, that has the most amount of ROI. But you should be doing it in a way that's making your business sad. Systemized, automated, delegated, or deleted. Second D. Because we entrepreneurs, we like to make things complicated. That's how our brains work.
Sure.
So if you keep that in your head, you're supposed to make it sad, systemized, automated, delegated, or deleted. It helps you stay focused.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so this is going to be a fun one.
Okay.
So I don't think you remember this. First time I met you, you
Mm.
came into the bank I was working at to try and take our foreclosures over. So
Mm.
another lender told me that if I was going to mess up on a deal, make sure it was not Amy Stockberger. So she will eat your lunch, is what he said.
Wow.
Verbatim. So
Sounds like a wuss.
how do you balance being that kind of a pit bull and still having strong relationships in the market?
Well, I think that our jobs are to protect our clients' best interests all the time. We're hired for a really big deal. They're buying and selling, likely their biggest investment they're going to have in their life. Was it 70% of people's wealth is through their real estate? And we don't take that lightly, at making sure that we not only achieve but exceed their goals each time.
But I think you do a good job of being able to balance that along with building relationships across
Oh,
the market.
totally. We have to. You have to. And I think it has to do with authentically serving and wanting good for everybody, because there's a win for everybody in it, right? So how can we all win? Our vision is big, juicy legacies for everybody in our ecosystems, our clients, our team, and our community. So if we can't find the win, and there's always a way to a win, typically, if you can't find the win for everybody in it, it's probably going to have some holes there.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Ready for number 3?
Getting a little bit nervous. Okay.
It's just Buffalo hot.
Okay.
Still pretty weak. You'll be
Okay,
fine. Amy.
okay.
You'll be fine. You'll run.
Amy will eat your lunch?
Mm.
Gross.
Legit. That's what I was told.
Oh,
I was a little scared of you for a while.
wuss.
I know. He's no longer in lending, so if that
Mm.
tells you anything.
That does. Confidence. That's all it is.
Yeah.
It's confidence. I tell my agents that too. You walk in every room like you own it. You walk out of every room like you sold it. Hold your confidence.
So here's a fun one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about the time you were arrested in Sioux Falls?
Ooh, yeah. Ooh. So, major. My mom has tried to get the mugshot for
yeah.
many of my birthdays.
I have as well.
Oh my God. Have you guys?
Yeah, nope,
Okay.
couldn't get it.
So still kind of suffer from some of the traumatic stress from this. So on my way to a class, 8 o'clock in the morning for college, I'm speeding, get pulled over. It was a drug and alcohol class, funny enough. I'm sure I was at home that night in college having alcohol, not drugs, but got pulled over, $40 speeding ticket, whatever, living my best life back in college. Didn't really have much of anything that I was paying a lot of attention to besides having fun, and forgot to pay it. Likely didn't have the money to pay it, actually. And months some later, on my way to the same class, we lived on Louise Avenue at that time. My now husband, Mr. Adam Stockberger, and got pulled over again. Same damn class. Guy pulls me over. I have my backpack and a banana sitting in my passenger seat, and thankfully a checkbook, which was really odd. So God knew. And the guy pulls me up, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, do you know what? I have a ticket. I haven't paid, man. We better pay this, right? I'll just write it out for you right now." He got like stone cold. Like, no. Called in 2 other cops. 2 other cop cars come arrest me. I'm freaking out. I'm a little bit claustrophobic already at this point from a bad car accident when I was 14. Got jaws of life taken out, helicopter ride, the whole thing. So I have a little bit of that already in me. I call my husband, and who's at home yet, and I'm like, "They're arresting me." He's like, "What?" Comes down on his bike. Comes down to get me. And he's like, "Do not put her." You're like, "Please do not put her in the back of that car. She's gonna lose her mind." Talks them into cuffing me in the front, not cuffing me in the back, letting me ride in the front seat. Adam's like, and then at this point, Adam's like taking his bike apart, putting it in the back of the trunk of the car that I just got pulled over in. We go down the road. They take me there. We're going down 41st on Minnesota, going north on McDonald's there. Somebody pushes my cop up. I'm sobbing at this point. I'm like an absolute wreck. Pushes my cop up on the curb, and I'm like, "Oh God, don't take it out on me. Promise. I'm so sorry. You sure I can't pay this ticket?" No. I see Adam go to court trust. There is no way we have $500 for my bail in the bank. I'm like, I know it. I'm like, I'm going to die in this jail in my head at this point because I'm so freaking out. So they take you down. If you've ever been arrested, you go into this really dark, scary garage. They hook you up to a bench with your handcuffs. You stay there. I'm so nervous. You guys can't see. You might see this. I'm so nervous. I'm up and down, just talking, begging. I'm like, "Please, please, please don't do this." After they get done mugshotting me, patting me down. And finally, I'm like crying so much and going up and down. They come out and said, "Amy Johnson, if you say one more word, we're throwing you in a cell." So I had to sit and just sob quietly until my husband broke me out for $500. So it has scared me so much. Like, it was so traumatic for me that one time he was working at the bank. This is I shouldn't probably say this. I'm going to say this.
Say it.
Working at the
Say
bank
it.
at the teller line. And the dog catcher comes to our door and knocks on the door. And I'm still in college at this point. I see from one window in my brain, I think it's the cops. I'm like, "Holy shit, they're coming to get me again." So I call Adam. It's before 5 o'clock. He shuts down the bank because he's certain I'm getting arrested again. I wasn't doing anything illegal. It just like totally messed with me. And seriously, I say it to cops now. I've sold a ton of cops' houses. I tell the cops that story. I'm like, "Your guys' car used to like the side of your car used to put like just so much fear in me all the time." But yeah. which is why whenever I get pulled over to this day for speeding, I call my assistant and have her just run to make sure I don't have any unpaid parking tickets or speeding tickets. And then I always lead with, how can I help you? Any life changes you have coming up? Who do you know is a life change? Da, 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 da. Go straight into real estate. And I usually sell every cop or somebody they know a house every time I've gotten pulled over since. So
Are
it's
you
worked
trying
out.
to actively get pulled over
No,
then?
well, I was,
Really helps your numbers.
well, when I was really selling a lot of real estate, I was on the road a lot, man.
Yeah.
Like 40,000 miles a year sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
sure you go really slow. 'cause
Yeah,
that's the way
super
you're built.
slow. Yeah, super slow. Yeah,
Huh.
great question. Who told you I got arrested?
I've heard the story multiple times.
Uh, yeah, it's
Yeah.
a good one.
Are you ready to start getting to it? Just a little bit of heat?
I think so.
Okay, we're gonna do mango habanero.
Okay. My mother works for us, and she sent a big thing of Tums with me, just so you know the level of this 48-year-old woman's care she has.
It's good for you. This one's really not bad.
Mm.
It's just got a little base heat to it.
Mm.
Okay, so
Mm.
Oop. So for those of you that don't know, Adam and Amy are just very different people, personality wise,
Really?
just a little bit. What's it like working with Adam Stockberger?
Mm.
How can you guys make that work like you do?
Well, he came to join in 09, and we had an office that we shared for one morning. And by that afternoon, we had different offices. He's a beautiful red light to my green light. If we didn't have him, my family would probably live underneath a bridge somewhere. So very grateful for that man.
I could,
But
yep,
but I can
absolutely see
say,
that.
I will tell him, and I still say this all the time. I've had to say to that man, trust me, I promise this is going to work more than any wife should ever say, and he's let me do more than probably I should.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Which just brings me, I have to make it work then, right?
And you guys do.
Okay.
Ready to get into a little bit of heat?
Gosh.
Okay. This one is atomic. So it's got a little bit of bite to it. Not awful, just a little bit.
If these guys want to 14.
Well, it's funny. That's going to be my next question.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know
Hmm.
that you guys do more than real estate. Tell people quickly, like, what does the Stockberger team offer somebody that wants to buy a house?
Mm. Milk.
Mm-hmm. Right there.
Right there. So quick backstory on why we created it. 2014. We were killing it on the before and during, but we just weren't getting that repeat and referral business. I didn't understand. Like, if they were so happy, why was I not staying top of mind? And extreme ownership, I had to figure out that because I wasn't doing anything that was serving their wants and needs and desires before mine after the transaction. Holy crap.
Yep, it's
I'm
decent.
sweating.
It comes in a little bit extra. Don't cough.
Oh.
It'll make it much worse.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Okay. Ooh. And so I had to figure out a way to serve them beyond the transaction that was really taking care of not only their home ownership journey, but their human experience. And so we put together our lifetime home support model that has, a system for that first time home buyer. We have a lease buyout program all the way to that last seller. We have a golden age guided move for when they're selling that last house going into senior care, to the beautiful stuff in the middle, like VIP, moving trucks, moving supplies, party supplies, cotton candy, snow cone, popcorn machines, margarita machine,
Bouncy house.
bouncy house, every tool they don't want to rent, buy, or store because homeownership is hard. So we have like the commercial grade carpet cleaners, specialty tools, anything you can think of, the ladders. And then we have an online discount center. But we also found out that we're super connectors. And we're connecting buyers and sellers, of course, but we're also connecting our clients to everything they need for all those stages. So I thought, okay, is there a way for me to really leverage that for my clients to make sure they're being taken care of in a systematic way? Because I know they need these things, as well as help local businesses, because I love local businesses, help them scale in the same way. And also help them with their retention and attraction of employees for those companies. So kind of a win-win. So we created our vendor program, and it's of the best local companies who give our clients legendary care, preferential treatment, sometimes preferential pricing, and they're there for all of those stages of their life, not just homeownership, but human experience. and us being a part of that is so monumental for first making their life easier. Life's hard. Homeownership is hard. All this stuff is hard. But it allows my agents too to be just we call it servapreneurs. We're not entrepreneurs. We're servapreneurs, and to be there at all these stages where they're not calling their clients saying, we want to buy or sell a house.
Yeah.
That's awful. Commission breath. Where they're saying like, hey, did you know that we just put this vendor into our program? It's this time of year. They're offering this discount, wanting to make sure that we're being of value to them because they need that stuff.
I think for the average person that lives here, they don't understand that. They've got friends, family. If you need something, you know somebody. But you got to think of it from people moving out of the market where they don't have all those connections. And you guys have everybody. And I mean, 100 businesses
Yeah,
that you guys have partnerships with.
Yep, a little over 100. But even if you have a friends or family, just to have a systemized approach to keep it in front of you, even if it's not my vendor, it's something that we have a whole system to say it's this time of the year, this is what you're going to need. Is it, for your house, for your maintenance, because the maintenance and prevention of your biggest asset is a big deal. And so that was the whole reason we grew it, for that lifetime value to our clients, and then getting to help local entrepreneurs too and businesses grow. Oh, that's sexy. That's fun.
Even over the last couple of years with Kevin Gleason on your guys' team, watching that home sport team grow like it has, it's been fun to watch.
Right? We have had a handful of them this year who come and say like this program has changed our business, which means has changed our family. Like that's amazing. That's fun.
You also add value to that business by helping them with coaching and different things with the technology piece. I've got to sit on those meetings. Ton of fun.
Mm-hmm. We live in a pretty sexy time, like AI, technology.
Yeah,
It's
you guys
pretty
are
fun. Pretty
top of the
fun.
list. I feel like we're just avoiding the last one,
I am.
So,
I'm hoping
but I think we can get into it. I think we can get into it. It's nuclear.
No,
So-
it's already running.
It's going to be good. You just got to attack this one as much as you can. But just be prepared. Don't touch your eyes. Watch the eyes.
We were friends.
This is what I do with my friends.
Is it?
Yep.
Mm.
I had Kevin test this with me.
Did you? Well, actually, he was on the way out the door when I was leaving. I said, I'm heading to that Ryan's wing thing. He goes, oh. And I said, aw, what do you mean? Oh.
And Kevin likes spice, but he had a tough time on the last two.
Oh,
How you doing?
awful. Mm. Ooh,
I think you can attack it.
you think so?
Mm-hmm. Like you do real estate.
Okay.
All right.
Let me ask you this. What's your favorite part about your job, your job?
The relationships.
Okay. I love that.
My wife and I put an annual party on every year. And when you come there, a lot of people ask, how do you know these guys? And a lot of them are my clients, just because you build relationships over that time you get to spend with them. You guys spend a lot more time than we do on the lending side, but really you find a lot of friends because you can find those people that you share things with and they look at you as a resource. So my friendships coming out of that, it's not just clients, they're friends.
I love that.
That's been fun.
Good.
Yeah.
And shouldn't our jobs be fun? We do really hard things with people, and when they're in really happy times and sometimes really sad times. When people are stressed anyway, they're usually not the best version of themselves. So isn't it fun to be with people who already know, like, and trust you when you're building your business that way?
Right.
Holy buckets.
I need one more bite from you.
Oh.
Yep. It's built.
Mm.
Yep.
Oh my.
Nose is running.
Yeah.
So, last question, Amy.
Yeah.
What consistently drives you to be the number one producing agent in the state and nationally a high producer?
It's V versus me. V versus V.
I don't know what that means.
One V, one, I can't even talk. One V, me, V, me. Holy cow. It took away my words.
I know it does that.
Yeah. I'm my best competitor. And I just
Yeah.
want to keep serving at the highest level and just see what we can do next. And how many people's lives we can affect.
Yeah.
In doing that.
It's more
Oh my
than just real
gosh.
estate. How you doing?
Oh, really bad. Yes. So I would keep licking my fingers, but that's ridiculous.
Didn't do that either. So what's next for Amy Stockberger?
We just partnered with a really awesome company nationwide for our academy business. We have a company that's built out relational tech, which that's kind of an oxymoron, right? Relationship and tech. A lot of times,
Hmm.
tech's trying to take the relationship out of it to help service-based businesses build a repeat and referral business to help service-based businesses actually exit. Because right now we're in a retirement tidal wave, right? Where we're at with our demographics. And baby boomers, things like that. There's all these service-based businesses that are going to be exiting, and they haven't been taught how. I think that's a big issue in our industry too. When we're in my industry, real estate specifically, when we get in, we're taught how to stay out of real estate jail, and then we're taught how to, then we teach ourselves how to build a business, right? But we're not ever taught how to build an exit strategy. And so that's my burning desire is big juicy legacies for everybody in a way that we can help them build this repeat and referral business so they have an exit strategy. They're not doing this for nothing. And so in Sioux Falls, I put together a legacy agent acquisition system where we intend to be the go-to brokerage that agents go to when they're exiting. The average real estate agent is about 60 years old. 25% of real estate agents nationwide are 65 plus. A lot of agents don't have an exit strategy, and I have a system to help them monetize their career, their legacy career, these legacy agents. And there's always going to be legacy agents out there who are going to want to retire. There's also going to be agents who just need to leave the business for other reasons. And then there's also going to always be agents who want to relocate. So we have a system and strategy we've completely made it as easy as possible to help them do that. And then I built it out for other agents across the nation to do the same thing.
That's cool. I'm surprised you could get all that out with this last one.
Yeah, my lips I can't feel. Can you feel?
Yep. Yep. They're there. They're on fire.
Yeah. I'm so glad you had milk. I haven't had milk for ages.
Yeah. Well, thanks again, Amy.
Oh.
Really appreciate you coming. Hopefully you had some fun. We'll get you some great content out of it. Again, Hot Topics in Real Estate. Thanks again to our sponsor, Atomic Wings. Looking forward to the next episode. Thanks, Amy.
It's an honor.
Yeah.
Bye.